Hey YouTube, it's Gerson from Liberty Coins MTG. Just wanted to go over a couple of things today. Hopefully getting some changes, some help with the Simic Ooze deck that I've been playing for the last couple of weeks when War of the Spark comes around. Since we were told of the new keyword Amass and the returning keyword of Proliferate, I actually think that we might be able to take this deck in a little bit different direction, but still keep the shell. So, first go over what I played this week. My configuration on Arena is a little bit different than it is in paper. For the most part, it's the same. I did have the addition of Zagana this week. She actually did a lot all week long on Arena. Just the ability to give every ooze I had trample was enough to win me a lot of games. So, and then of course an 8/8 body when you can do it is pretty great. In paper, I'm not playing the Repudiate Replicate. I was still playing the Root Snares, just because my meta at my LGS is actually had tended to be more aggro. Now, I don't know if that will be the case. I may try the Repudiate Replicate this week. I'm not 100% sure. I may not even be running with this setup. Things may be just a little bit differently, trying to kind of get ready for War of the Spark. So we only have a couple of weeks, and with what's coming out and the returning keyword Proliferate, which I loved when it originally came out. It was I played Infect, so of course it was very nice to have that extra 1 poison counter. But I wondered if there was a way to make anything work with Simic Ascendancy. So the basic shell stayed the same. Was able to cut the Wilderness Reclamations, and then I cut the Repudiate Replicates to put in the 4 Incubation Druids. And then I added the 4th Hydroid Krasis and the Tatyova, and I don't recall what I took out. I'm sure that somebody will let me know in the comments, and I'm sure if I went back and really cared a whole ton that we'd find it. The Tatyova, I don't think is going to stick. She doesn't really do a whole lot, and really just dies because that late in the game I've already generally hit an ooze or a Krasis and started going off. And with the Ascendancy, just being able to put the extra counter on things is pretty good. I'm thinking it may be like a negate, and it very well could just be a proliferate card for that one slot, and possibly like one of the Incubation Druids. I have not obviously figured out what this whole configuration would be, but as of right now, Simic Ascendancy seems to be playing out pretty well. So figured just try to play just a couple of games to see if there's any way to show this thing working. Actually was able to win a game with Ascendancy yesterday, just tooling around with it. Because actually had stalled out, didn't have a Zagana, and they were able to make more tokens than I could by 1 or 2, so I was taking a couple of damage. But I actually hit the Ascendancy, and with making extra oozes and getting all the extra counters, was able to do very well. So this hand's not great, but it does give us a turn to Ascendancy. Hopefully we can find something else here. So I think we would keep it. So the actual text on it for paying 3 to put a counter on it is pretty good. Sometimes you can get a little tricky with the Incubation Druid too, just being able to just being able to put the counter on it for 3 the turn that it comes out, and then having 6 or 7 mana depending on what you do those following turns. So here we're a little late to the party, but I think we're going to just play this druid out. So, I guess we're playing against Teamer Spells, so not too happy about that one. But we do actually get to put a counter on the Druid, and if they don't do anything, or we can use the Frilled Mystic at the end of turn. So we'll see what they do. We'll try for the counter. And that's good. I guess odds are they have a Frilled Mystic. So, yeah, let's just see if we can play the ooze out there. Maybe they don't have a counter. It's okay. We've got one more, and we have a Krasis. So ideally we want to get the ooze going. So I think next turn we'll probably try Krasis. Although that does not bode well at all. So let's go Krasis for 4. We hit some lands though. It's pretty rough. We hit 1. And we're 25% of the way there, so let's see if we can get it all the way on this Ascendancy here. Well, so I guess they thought about Krasis, so I guess first things first. I did use the same mana base for both decks. I don't know if that's correct. I'm thinking that it should be okay. It's a fairly even split, so don't generally have to worry too much about that. I think we're actually going to wait. Yeah, that's fine. And I think we're going to Growth Spiral end of turn. So just to make sure that they don't go off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's a little... Ugh. Can't hit lands. It's very unending. Well, let's see if we can hit an ooze. Stick one. I think we're just dead though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 plus 1's 9. Plus 8 is 17. So, no reclamation kind of hurt this game. Yeah. I think we're just out of this game now. I don't think there's anything that we can do. This deck is a bit slower, but again, hopefully there's something that gets spoiled here relatively quickly, that maybe there's a mana creature that has a second ability to it that allows you to proliferate, or when it enters the battlefield, you proliferate. That would be pretty sweet. I think, yeah, we're 100% out of this now. So, that's okay. Get rid of that Tatiova. She really shouldn't be in there. And try to think. The deck relies on a lot of spells, but it relies on Niv Mizzet the most. So bring a couple of canopies. I think we can cut one druid. I was toying around with that yesterday because I drew a lot of incubation druids, and where they're good as 3/5s, producing 3 mana, they're not very good as 0/2s producing 1 or 1/3s producing 3. Although it's not horrible. The 3 mana is actually pretty good. So beyond the play. Yeah, no real payoff cards, but Druid can actually help quite a bit with the Ascendancy, so we're going to keep this. We can go turn 2 Druid, turn 3 Druid Ascendancy. Yeah, and already we've drawn all 3 Druids, so I'm thinking 3 is the right play. Just not 100% sure, although we got really bad draws right now. So let's go ahead and play that. Play that. This feels bad when you do that. I guess I should have tapped this guy. Thanks, Arena. Appreciate that. So I tapped this guy for 1, and then had 3 to have back the Crushing Canopy for the Reclamation. And now we're just kind of out of it. So with 3, 4, 5. Then I give me 3, 4, 5. So this way, though, I think we have to just we'll add 3 green here. And Canopy. And I actually think I want to leave back the ability to... Yeah, I think I want to leave back the ability to adapt. End of turn. If they do play another Reclamation, then we're covered 2 ways here. So we can actually use the retort first. Feel better that way. Sort of countering the thing and then not having to let it resolve and missing a trigger or stop somewhere here. I think they're going to try and kill me. Yeah, that's fine. So 2, 3. And I think I want to leave both of these up, just in case. So no attacks here. Yeah, that's fine. And we can actually, end of turn, can use the Ascendancy. I'd much rather like it, like I said, as the 3/5, but they're ramping up pretty good, so let's go ahead and do that. Sure. And make sure we stop here, so that we can do this. So we're out of canopies, which is not a good place to be in, but we do get to adapt. And see if we can't win this thing. Probably not going to win on the back of Ascendancy this game. It's a little slow, and not having an ooze really hurts. You really need an ooze to get this thing going. When it gets going, it gets going. So, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's Crisis for 7. Hey, if they don't beat us the next couple turns, maybe we got a shot. So next turn we can Reclamation first. They have to answer that. And then ooze second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So let's see if we can pull this off, and then we can untap, make an ooze. 3, 4. Yeah, and it won't give us. Hopefully, we draw a green source here. Oh! Alright, that's fine. Get the win anyway. So, alright. I believe we're okay. I don't believe we want to change anything. The hardest part about Arena. Can't talk to anybody.
Where you going?
Oh, that's rough. I think we have to keep it. We're on the draw. This is actually pretty good. Drew a land. So next turn we play Harbor. And then when they go for, if they go for turn 4, we can go Reclamation. We can Crushing Canopy it. So, does not feel horrible. I think right now they're just playing to Incubation Druid. Ooh. Yeah, that could be a problem, though. A real big problem. So, let's do this. We, like, really need to hit ooze. It's too bad we didn't have ramp, because if we had the ooze next turn, we might be back in this. As it stands, though, I think this game's going to run away. They're going to run away with it real quick. Especially if they're not. So, our only shot... So, next turn, we're going to take 2, 4, 6, 7, go to 7. They've got Sinister Sabotage back, so it's not like I can do anything. So... And they're going to sit back on their War Boss. So, try to tap them out by putting a blocker into play. End of turn. Take 7. Yep. Let's see how much they care about the Frilled Mystic. So 2, 4, 5. Because they can't attack. And I hit that. Uninstinctively just hit that, so. Or instinctively, I should say, sorry. And. Yeah. That's alright. We'll play another one. See what we can't. Yeah, we'll just play traditional. I'd really like to see if Tatiova's any good. 5 mana's seems quite overcosted. She is an uncommon, though, so do have to remember that. But 3/3's not a horrible body, but not great by any means. So this really sucks. We're going to see. Well, maybe get rewarded here. So we go turn 2 Druid, turn 3 Retort. Nope, we're going to go turn 2 Druid. And we're done. Imagine that they take the Retort. They're probably playing blue-black. Potentially Esper. They're probably going to have the removal for this. So I would expect that the Retort's getting taken here. Yeah. And they left it on top. So let's just do this, and we'll hopefully maybe they don't care about the Druid. Yeah, yep. You're gonna own us with a Thief of Sanity here, so I think we're gonna be off to the races. The hard part about playing the Incubation Druid over the Gift of Paradise, though, is that you don't immediately get back your 4 mana. You only get 3 when you ramp into the Reclamation on 3. Granted, you're not going to hit Reclamation until 5 with a Gift of Paradise unless you have run turn 2 into a Growth Spiral, playing an additional land, untapping, turn 3. You could then turn and play the Reclamation. What do you think the odds are that they have Sabotage? So we're just going to play this. No tax. And they know we have an ooze. So I have to assume that they don't kill the druid end of turn. We're gonna adapt. Yeah. We're gonna have to get some beats in. I mean, they're gonna just hold Sabotage back for ever and a day. Very well could have just held that, cracked the Memorial end of turn. But I'd rather prefer to be able to crack Memorial during my main phase, using this and then the 2 forests, leaving back 3 mana. So let's go ahead and we want to add 3. Well, nope. Back that up. Add 3 blue. And sacrifice a Memorial. See if we can't potentially get something going here. Sure. The beauty is the only things we really have to worry about from our own deck are Hydrate Crisis and Biogenic Ooze. I suppose if they do hit the other Zagana now, then that could be an issue. However, I don't really think it's going to be. So let's just go ahead and snap this off. If they want to counter that, I'm okay with it. I don't think they will. So yeah, so this is actually pretty good for us. We could actually Zagana and draw a card, and then Reclamation, get an untap and adapt our Zagana. Does adapting Zagana do anything? I guess it just depends on what we draw. So we did draw a card, which is alright. And we won shy. No, it's fine. Because we're doing this. Yep. Yeah, that's okay. And then resolve that, adapt this. See if we can't get the Ascendancy working. Our opponent is at 9, so they are going to have to they're going to deal with just about everything on the board here. Yeah, that's okay. Because with the Ascendancy, we're actually going to put a counter on this guy. attack. Resolve first one. Put a counter on that guy. Put a counter on that guy. Hehehe. We're gonna float blue. 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I guess that's 8. That's okay. Untap. Put a counter on that one. Put a counter on that one. And we're out. And we can put, yeah, so that's fine. It's 6 toughness. I don't really know if there's going to be anything I mean, they're both lethal, so they have to have contempt, or I mean 2 removal spells. So yeah, I suppose I could get a Hydroid Crisis here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. And I'm not playing Blink of an Eye. That's the other card that I had taken out for this build to put the Ascendancies and the Incubation Druids in. Was I took out the Blink of an Eye. Blink is okay. I feel like it was better in the Ooze deck. Just so much you wanted to do at the end of turn. This is a more proactive deck, I believe. So, look at all those cards. Come on. Come on. And we get it. Against a turn 3 Thief of Sanity, too. Like I said, there's not much that our opponents can do, except we just have to be afraid of a Hydroid Crisis and a Biogenic Ooze. So let's cut the Tatyova. So blue, black. Didn't see a whole lot except the Thought Erasure and yeah. Okay, so. Suppose we take this in. They could be playing things like Doom Whisperer. They do have Search for Ascanta, so Crushing Canopy won't be horrible. So what do we want to take out though? Not 100% sure here. I'm thinking it's just going to be... It's pretty much just the same cards over and over again. It's pretty hard because the core of the deck, being the Growth Spirals, the Hydroid Crisis, Wizard's Retort, the Mystics Reclamations, the Biogenic Ooze, are all pretty much the same. I've been floating between 3 and 4 Hydroid Crisis. I believe I'm only playing 3 in my current standard deck. So I may move up to 4. 4 Crisis is pretty good, and more Crisis, better Crisis. So, and I believe Zagana is going to become a staple in any of these. She is a wizard also, so she just turn on Wizard's Retort. Unfortunately, the Crisis and the Ooze is not. So, what? Ugh, that is not gonna do it. But actually, that 6 is not bad. Wizard's Retort, we'll just leave that on top. See if we can't surprise somebody. I'd expect to be Thought Erasured here. I guess not. So, let's see what they got going on. I guess I didn't even realize that they had white last game. Very interesting. So I wonder if this is acuity list. So that's going to be pretty good. Actually, Reclamation into untap 3 lands for Wizard's Retort. So, yep. This just looks like it's a... just going to be... straight control list. What do I want to do here? I think we're going to set a stop. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and then do 4, 5, because I can't. The blue's not gonna do a whole lot. Ugh. So shields go down. 4, 5. I mean, I have a canopy. I don't think that's gonna do me a whole lot of good. We'll just wait a turn and see. I mean, we have Frilled Mystic, so if they go for like land to fairy here, or Hostage Shaker, yeah, we're not. I actually need that little druid, so I can't let you have that. And there we go. Ideally, it'd be another forest, but way easier playing ooze on arena too. Setting stops. Well, that's crappy. Now we have to hit another forest. Or breeding pool. We'll just pay 2 and see what we can't. I don't have another, so let's just resolve these and hope for the best. Oh, man. And this is how it goes against Esper. So we don't need a stop. Well, I guess I give him the slime beats, the ooze beats. It's just a matter of time before they contempt. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine. So. Because, let's see here. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I can't actually play that game, so that's okay. But what I can do is grow Spiral. Need land. Need land. You got me there. Should have another Mortify. Oh, Sabotage, yeah. That sucks. That hurts. Just play this out. Now, I am only playing 3 Ascendancies. One reason being I don't have enough wild cards and I didn't open any. Or my bad. Excuse me. I opened 1. So I got 2 rare wild cards yesterday. I used them both on some Ascendancies because I think it could be very good. It's just gotta find the right niche. I didn't make them until after I found out that both proliferate and amass were going to be a thing. So as long as there's something that fits in there, and it very well may be that there's nothing for it. I don't know. I feel I won't know for a very long time. So it took me a while to sit down and want to do something with this deck at all. So that's okay. We let that happen. And then we're just gonna hopefully you don't have something for white or black. That stinks. And they're just gonna, yep, they're gonna draw themselves out of this now. So they're just gonna draw our deck. Whatever good card they find, they'll be able to cast, no problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, oh yeah. Nice. Makes me feel really bad. Don't really have anything or any reason to keep lands. If we hit an ooze, we want to make sure that we can do everything possible here. Yeah, so we're just dead. Wondering, I mean, I really want to stay low. So wondering if these are bad, either Vivian Reed or the Immortal Sun. Mesmerizing Benthic could actually be pretty good with Simic Ascendancy. I was trying it out in the sideboard, just I haven't changed the sideboard at all. Just keep copying the deck. So let's think about this. Do I fight with negates? So I think we're on the play. So Incubation Druid is way better. They either have to tap out main phase or have negate for reclamation. I think we're fine. We'll play. And this is the one non-colored land. Non-colored producing land. We just have to mulligan. Yeah, we're gonna have the mulligan beats here. I'm gonna keep that. I don't think you keep the use. I mean, you cast it on 5, but you're literally not doing anything until then at this point. So we just hope we can draw out of it. Thanks, Arena. You're awesome card shuffling. We can throw this out there. If they use a Mortify, that's fine. I'd rather them use the Mortify on the Reclamation, and maybe I can land this Sagana. Although it's probably going to be doubtful now. So now they have counter magic backup. Oh, inside, I guess. So just draw a removal spell. Yeah, the hostage shaker. That's fine. I'll just play the other Zagana. It's not like there's a whole lot we have to do. What did we mulligan to? We mulligan to 5 and kept a 5 land hand. Yeah. Yep. I don't think there's anything we're gonna do. They're just gonna play my Zagana here. So we just have to retort that, I think. I mean, I suppose it's not like they could do a whole lot there. Give it one more draw. To the answer beyond Zagana, which I'm sure they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's not like I can keep that a secret. Yep. I think we're just done. No point in playing that out. Not doing so hot. Let's see if we can't. Oh, that is not what we wanted to be. Wrong deck. See if we can get a better matchup. And best of 1. Deck's really not set up for best of 1. I really use Arena just for play testing for FNM. I really only play FNM. So it's fine. This is really gonna have to go into, can we play Reclamation into Mystic without ramping? This is going to be extremely hard. So I guess we're playing against Fish, and they're probably gonna have a ridiculous hand. They always do. Yeah. Put a bunch of extra counters on things. So we can rack. If they tap out, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And of course, full of 1 drop. So I don't think we block here. It's 8 go to 9. No, because yeah, that's why. So if we go ooze, No attacks here. Make sure that we wreck first. Resolve the wreck. Make an ooze. Yep. And then if we can keep this ooze around, we might be able to just amass an army. Yeah, their guys are gonna get too big too fast. We're gonna have to chomp. This is where having blink of an eye is pretty good, or a root snare, where you're able just to when they go for an alpha strike, you can just kill them on the crackback. So not having access to them's pretty crappy. But that also being said, I can do this and make them use, yeah, cool. Figured they'd have a pump spell. So if I go do this, go ooze. No attacks. Yep, resolve that first one. Ooze army. So yep, so go to 9. But then heck with it, I can actually throw this, and this under the bus. Actually, I think it'd be this, and this. Ooh. You gonna allow me to eat some dudes? So you go here. You go there. You have to spend both of them there. Yep, and you're there. I think that's probably best. Actually, I want to keep this one alive. So can I take 3? Yeah, I think that's fine. See what we end up with here. Yeah. And we're making our opponent cry next turn. Let's just put a stop. Let's ascend. And let's just, yeah. Let's, not making attacks for that. Yep. Got a good game out of him. So, theoretically, that's how things would work with an Ascendancy on the battlefield. We probably would have won pretty close. By that point, we would have been able to use some extra mana. So, but again, I think that this deck could have, you know, a little bit of viability. Taking the Tatiova out and putting something else in is probably going to happen. And like I said, also probably down 1 Incubation Druid. But we'll see over the next couple of weeks. We'll see what War of the Spark brings us and what we have to work with. So hopefully we'll have some spoiler reviews, some good spoiler reviews this week, and or excuse me, some good spoiler reveals and some good spoiler reviews. So hopefully you guys check us out. They won't be here, but they will be over at Liberty Coins MTG YouTube page. So if everybody would like and subscribe, greatly appreciate it. And you guys have an excellent time.